Dear students, welcome back again to my channel. So our today's topic is on Kushan Empire, okay? And this is going to be a bit lengthy because this is very important when we learn about the outsiders who came to India, okay? And Kushan Empire has a huge contribution in many aspects which we are going to explore in this very lecture, okay? So let's get started. So Kushan Empire, okay? So Kushan Empire actually belonged to Central Asia, okay? So it was a Central Asian tribe again and again, and this tribe was particularly from Yuchi tribe, okay? This was a Yuchi tribe which was in Central Asia on the Chinese frontier, okay? This is where actually the Kushan Empire belonged, okay? So how did actually Kushans, came to India? Before Kushans, as I told you, there were Shakas and there were Parthians. Okay, so Kushans actually were able to successfully defeat both of these empires and kind of put their rule in place in India. Okay, so when we talk about the phases of Kushan Empire, there were actually five phases or five branches of Kushan Empire, but the most prominent ones or the dominant ones were the two phases. One was the Kadphaisi phase, okay, and second was the Kanishka phase. These phases are named after their rulers, and these rulers, for example, in Kadphaisi phase, it was Kajula Kadphaisi, and in Kanishka phase, it was Kanishka himself. Okay, now, so we are going to first learn about this Kadphaisi phase. Okay, what about this Kadphaisi phase? What are the important details? This Kadphaisi phase was actually founded by this ruler whose name was Kajul Kadphaisi. Okay, so Kajul Kadphaisi is also known to be as founder of Kushan Empire. Okay, so Kajul Kadphaisi, just remember this name, and he has his reign from 30 to 80 AD. Okay, this is the time period in which he ruled. Okay, so where was his prominent areas of domination? He actually has ruled over this area of Afghanistan, present day Afghanistan. At that time, it was Kandahar. Okay, it was also Kandahar, and this Kandahar region was different, and the Afghanistan region. That's why this Kajula Kadphaisi ruled. Okay, so after Kajula Kadphaisi, there was a son whose name was Vima Kadphaisi. Vima Kadphaisi ruled from 95 to 127 AD. Okay, so I'm giving you all the important details here so that you won't miss anything out of this topic. Okay, I will be covering every probable detail in it. Okay, so this Vima Kadphaisi was also known as Sadashkana. Okay, he was also known as Sadashkana, or he was also known as Vima Taktu. Okay, and he was the son of Kajula Kadphaisi. Okay, just remember that. And what is important about Vima Kadphaisi is that he was a devout Hindu. Okay, he was a devout Hindu. And how do we get that detail and how do we get that information? It's actually evident from the gold coins he issued. Okay, he issued a large number of gold coins, and on those gold coins, as you can see clearly here, that this was the front side. Okay, and on the front side there was the image of ruler of that time, and on the back side there was this image of a man holding a trident, okay, which is also called Trishul. Okay, from this it became evident that Kajula Khadfaisi was Hindu and he was a devotee of Shiva. Okay, you can just remember that. Now, after Kajula Kadphaisi, there was the second phase that was called Kanishka phase, okay, in which the infamous Kanishka ruled, okay. So, Kanishka's rule is believed to be from 127 to 150 AD, and he was the son of Vima Kadphaisi, okay. And how he came to power, he actually defeated Sakas, and when he defeated Sakas, it is due to that fact that this era was started known as Saka era, which we know as of present, okay. So, Saka era was actually started by Kanishka by defeating Sakas, okay. Now, he's also given this credit of founding these two cities called Kanishkpur and Purshpur. Okay, this Purshpur is actually modern day Peshawar. Okay, this is modern day Peshawar. Okay, and he also founded the city of Kanishkpur. And what are the important details about this ruler Kanishk? That he is supposed to be famous for his high level of monetization. What was that? Actually, he issued a large number of gold coins that were known for the purest quality. Okay, actually, you can see Tata's company whose name is Tanishk. Okay, Tanishk. Okay, so that Tanishk is inspired from the word Kanishk, because Kanishk was the one who actually distributed the purest quality of gold coins, or issued the purest and large abundant quality of gold coins. Okay, so this is how this Kushana became very famous. Okay, or a kind of Kanishka became very famous. Now, Kanishka is also kind of known for his utilization of this route called Silk Route, through which he used to trade with the Western world and also with the China. Okay, so Silk Route was a prominent route for the trade and commerce during the Kushan Empire. Okay, So, what were the areas on which actually Kanishka ruled? He is known to have ruled over a vast territory. For example, he ruled in Afghanistan, Punjab, Kashmir, Magad, Malwa, Mathura, Uzbekistan, and some parts of Tajikistan. Okay, there were some of these parts, not necessarily all of these parts were captured, but some of the parts of all of these areas were under the control of Kushan Empire or Kanishka. Okay. So what was his capital? His capital was Purushpura, or which is presently known as Peshawar. Okay. Another most important detail about Kanishka is that he held fourth Buddhist council. Okay, or he was the patron of fourth Buddhist council. He patronized it, and it was held at Kundalwan, which is presently at Harvan, Kashmir. Okay. So generally, it is considered that it was in this place, Harvan, Kashmir, also known as Kundalwan, where the fourth Buddhist council was held, and it was held under the chairmanship of Ashwagosha. Okay, and what was the contribution of this fourth Buddhist council? Actually, Buddhism actually got divided into the two main branches, that was Hinayan and Mahayana form of Buddhism. Actually, it was Mahayana form of Buddhism which actually was followed by Kanishka himself. Okay. So, what are or what is the major contribution of the Kushans in India? We are going to discuss this in this slide. So, major contribution is that Kanishka firstly patronized two arts, that was Gandhara and Mathura style of architecture. It was an architecture in which they used to build, they used to kind of manufacture the statues of Buddha. Okay, and in these different arts there was two different details through which these statues were being built. Okay, and also they are supposed to have introduced they are supposed to have introduced kurta pajama in India, and also long overcoat and boots. Okay, and also the Sanskrit literature was on its peak during this time, because it began to develop during this time, and it's also believed that the fourth Buddhist council, which was held in Kundalwan, was also held in the Sanskrit language. Okay, and what is the other contribution? That many chaityas and many towns and also towers were built during the Kushan Empire. Okay, so after the death of Kanishk, there was this quick succession through which his son Vishishk came to power. Okay, and after Vishishk, his son Huvishk came to power, who was also known as Kanishk II. And after Huvishk, his son Vasudeva first came to power, and it is Vasudeva first who is supposed to be the last great king of Kushan Empire. And after that, Kushan Empire actually started to disintegrate, and there was no major ruler, and this is how Kushans came to extinct. Okay, so this is it about this lecture. I hope you have understood everything. I'll see you in the next lecture. Thanks for watching.